You were good, kid, real good. But as long as I'm around, you'll always be second best, see?
One thing that I've noticed while watching these press conferences is that Canelo could possibly still be the face of boxing. And I know somebody may get upset and be like, man, I thought you was a Tank fan. Shut up. This ain't got nothing to do with me being a fan of anybody. This just me being realistic. This me being logical. Honestly, it's okay if Tank is not the face of boxing as of right now. Who cares? The dude is only 30 years old. And plenty of greats who was the face of boxing before they wasn't the face of boxing early in their career. Even with Floyd Mayweather, he didn't really become the face of boxing until he was about 30 years old. Canelo, he wasn't the face of boxing until he was about 28, 29, going on 30. Muhammad Ali, he wasn't the face of boxing early in his career. I think Mike Tyson is probably one of the most recent ones that I remember who was the face of boxing in his 20s actually. And there probably was more, but he's just the one that I remember who was the face of boxing early in his career, in his early 20s. This fight is going to sell pretty good. Anybody who's saying that it's not, then you just don't understand how the logistics are going to work. This fight is going to do better than what he did with Hammond McGill. I'm not saying it's going to hit 1 million buys. I'm just saying it's going to do better than the Hammond McGill fight from what I see. The press conferences are very entertaining. The views have already hit 100K. And the fight with Hammond McGill, it just wasn't like this when they first started promoting it. So it's safe to say that Canelo Alvarez probably still is the face of boxing. And that got to do with the fact that he's consistent, the fact that he's continually active. He just had a fight with Hammond McGill. Now we already finna see another fight with him with Edgar Berlanga. This is something that Tank Davis has to do as well. He got to be consistent. Crawford got to be consistent. When you're one of the top stars and you're in line to be the face of boxing, you can't be having just one fight per year. Now I have to let Tank slide on this part because, you guys already know that he was incarcerated. And in 2023, he actually did have 2 fights. And I think he probably would have had 3 if he would never have to do no jail time. So it's safe to say that Tank Davis, if he is the face of boxing, he ain't the main face of boxing. There can be multiple faces of boxing, but he ain't the main one just yet. He will be the main one. Just not while Canelo is still here.
You were good, kid, real good. But as long as I'm around, you'll always be second best, see?
Moving right along, a lot of people talking about that Edgar Berlanga has said the N-word. And it's like, so what, man? What is everybody mad about? Now, I ain't saying it's a big thing, but I have seen people talking about it. When he was addressing Cato Plant, he said, we ain't gonna end up like this F nigga right here. And he was talking about Cato Plant. Then him and Cato Plant got into a little argument or whatever. Then Canelo got in and he was like, don't worry, I'll handle him for you.
Look, I just don't want you to go out and do something crazy.
Don't worry about shit. I'ma handle this nigga for you.
So it was actually entertaining and an interesting exchange. But a lot of people still talking about the fact that Edgar Berlanga said the N-word. Listen, that dude is Puerto Rican, man. So ain't no point in y'all tripping about this. My people need to get over stuff like this. Cause newsflash, Mexicans and Puerto Ricans say the N-word.
I know that.
I know a lot of black dudes who got Mexican friends who let their Mexican friends say the N-word. Y'all gotta stop picking and choosing. I know somebody gonna come in and say, oh yeah, but Edgar Berlanga is Puerto Rican though. No crap. They say the N-word more than Mexicans. You guys see a Puerto Rican on TV standing all the time, and his name is Fat Joe, and you guys never say nothing. So if you don't say nothing about Fat Joe, ain't no point in you tripping about Edgar Berlanga saying it. They both Puerto Rican. And I don't want to hear nobody saying, oh yeah, but Fat Joe paid his dues. Shut up. Stop talking like you know Fat Joe. You don't know what type of dues he done paid or what. He said it. He's been saying it for a long time, and nobody say nothing. So get over it. Ain't no point of you saying nothing about Edgar Berlanga saying it.